I'm not going to be whispering in this video, so you might need to adjust your volume. So I'm just like letting you know. Okay, so I just want to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at 1,011 right now. As I'm making this video, this will probably be posted a little later on, like while I'm recovering from top surgery. I thought about possibly waiting, but I just don't know how long the recovery process is gonna be, and like how I'm gonna be feeling, and then I'll have to go back to work soon or find another job, so I might be kind of preoccupied, so I didn't want to add all that. Sorry, I feel like I look awful right now. Like today it's been so crazy. In Ohio, we've had like these awful thunderstorms. We had like a lot of hail, and as you guys know, I am in the basement, and the basement has these tiny windows. If you didn't know that's a window, I shoved a pillow in it because I enjoy sleeping in, and well, when I'm not working, because I work first shift, so I'm up before the sun is, but when I sleep in, I don't want the sun to bother me, so I shoved that in there. And anyways, so there's windows all throughout the basement, and it was raining so much that it was flash flooding, and like the ground could not take the water, and so it was just sitting on top of like the grass and stuff, and started building on the windows. Now my window, thank God, it did not leak, but the window over this way, near my guinea pig cage, it did. So my grandpa and I spent all afternoon cleaning up water and moving stuff in the basement, so I look awful. And you didn't need to even know that because it's not what this video is about. But today's just going to be me answering some questions that you guys left on a community tab and some other random scattered questions on different videos that I have pulled up here on my laptop in front of me. I'm not going to say anybody's names just because I don't know if they want me to or not, so saying that like before anything. And hold on, I was on the page and then I clicked out of it because I'm stupid. Okay. So I think the first question I even saw was, what made you start ASMR? I started this channel a little bit more than a year ago. It wasn't like when the pandemic first started, like when we were forced to quarantine in America, but it was like the beginning of 2021. I think it was like February or something like that. I decided to start making ASMR videos, and they were actually like unlisted ASMR videos, so nobody could view them but me. And then I decided, like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, you're not even. The reason I didn't public them is because I didn't want people from my high school seeing them, and I didn't want to get made fun of because I wasn't bullied in high school, but I was definitely made fun of in like middle school and stuff by people, and I just didn't want to give people another reason to come back and bother me. And I wasn't bullied for any other reason other than I was kind of a weird kid, and I obviously liked women. Like, that was literally it. Um, which, whatever, you know. But I just decided randomly one day to make it public, and then people started watching my videos and liking them, and it made me want to make more videos. So I really enjoy making ASMR videos, knowing that people enjoy them. And sometimes I even watch my own videos, not in like a narcissistic way, but because I do videos that I like watching. um, let's see. Do I have a diffuser? The noise plus the smell helps me sleep really good, and if I'm anxious, I leave the lights on because they transition so beautifully with the colors changing. So I technically don't, but I do. I have this. Hold on. It's not a diffuser. Um, I got this at like an Amazon bin in Ohio, because that's where I live. I was meant to say like in the middle of nowhere, but I just said Ohio, which is the same thing, I guess. But this is pretty cute. I do put essential oils in here. It specifically says not to do that. But when it first started steaming up, sorry, I just burped. That's disgusting. When it first started, like with the steam, the air smelled like ass. So I put some lavender essential oil in there, and it still smells like ass, but now with lavender. So I don't really know how to do that, but you just click this button and it'll do I think it's supposed to be a humidifier, but then if you double click it, oh my god, did I break it? This lights up as well, which this is pretty bright for me. Like if I was to go to bed here, my only light is my main one, so this is how dark it gets in here. Oh, my laptop's on, but then this is pretty bright. So, but technically, although I used to stay with my aunt a lot as a kid, and she's one of those people, I think if you're Midwestern or Southern, you know somebody who religiously uses essential oils, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, except for the fact how do I say what I want to say? I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a natural approach to healing or dealing with something. I think that's smart. But it's not going to cure like big bad diseases, which is what some people think. But she always had this beautiful smelling like blends of essential oils in her diffusers, and I would always just get knocked out. Like I would always sleep so good there. So I'd love to get an actual diffuser and like have like what kind of blends she has, because they're just so good, smell so good. So yes and no, but thank you for the suggestion, because I think that was under a video where, sorry, that was like loud. I like could hear myself in the headphones. I think that was in a video where I was saying I was like struggling to fall asleep. This is just screenshots of them, by the way, so I don't know if this is under the, you know what I mean, comment thread or not. What are some examples that are on your bucket list? That's a good one. I definitely say like all my transitional surgeries, which I'm about to mark one right off the list in 5 days. It's August 21st as I'm filming this. So really just like 4 days, but like that's so scary. I'm so nervous. I'm like excited nervous though. So top surgery, obviously. Testosterone was one of them. I never thought I'd make it to that point. I'm trying to think of like other bucket list items, because I know that might sound like silly in like retrospect, you know. I knew I wanted to transition, but I never knew if I'd ever do it, if that makes sense. I know that might sound sad, but I don't know. I should have thought about this a little bit more. I definitely want to get married one of these days. A lot of people my age are really not into the whole marriage aspect. Not me though. I do like the idea of being married, and like monogamy. Totally cool if that's not your thing, but I like the idea of being with somebody and like for life. Like I like that idea a lot. So definitely getting married. Trying to think of like a place that I'd want to live or like at least visit. Love to visit like Rome or like Greece. I think that'd be a really cool place to visit. It's awful. Like, I don't want to travel anywhere because I've been on this like kick of watching specific YouTube videos of like people going like missing and things like that, and I'm just like, never. I'm not getting on a plane. I'm not exploring, like, which is not true, but like that, it's scary to think like it just, you're gone, you know? Um, but I think that'd be really cool to do. Um, hmm. So definitely, see, I'm trying to think of like what I've said. I want to get married, that is true. I do want to go. I remember as a little kid, I always wanted to go to like Paris. Now, not so much. French people, apparently, if you're French, I mean no offense to this, but I've heard that you guys are very rude. Like, French people are very, very mean, especially to Americans. Um, and they're very transphobic and homophobic. So, like, it's not a very safe area for you. And so, ever since I heard that, I was like, nope, not going. Um, yeah, I don't know. I want a simple life. I just would like to find somebody, settle down, and be happy. Definitely never get divorced. That's like a bucket list. I think that's kind of. As someone who's like grown up and seen my parents get divorced multiple times, it's not an enjoyable thing for anybody. I know that. So no thank you. I mean, I know it can't be helped in some things, but like, you know what I mean? Let's see. I clicked out of my tab and I feel stupid. Would you go to space if you were given the chance? Probably not. It's not that I'm not adventurous. I think space is really, really cool. And for a really long time, I was like obsessed with it and like obsessed with NASA and like the space race and things like that. And wanted to be an astronaut. But so much can go wrong like so quickly. And I just don't know. Like, I've never really had to deal with my fight or flight instincts before. Well, okay, that's maybe not true. I would just be afraid that I wouldn't react the right way and then, I'm done for. You know what I mean? So that would definitely be my thing. Have you ever cheated? No. Well, I've never cheated like in a relationship. Never. That is like such an easy standard to not do. So I've never done that. Now, like cheated like on a test or like on a game, yeah, big time. I'm not embarrassed to say that either. What's my most used app? Probably is probably between YouTube or Roblox, and that is so embarrassing. And if it wouldn't be YouTube or Roblox, like, okay, say I wasn't like not working right now, it'd probably be like Instagram and not even Snapchat, Instagram and my messaging. It's so embarrassing to say that I use Snapchat. I just have a lot of pictures on there, and like I'm big on like memories and like taking pictures. I'm like fiddling with this, so sorry if you hear that. But so I like looking at that. It's so embarrassing. Not really, um, but like Instagram, I just like talk to a lot of people, but because I'm not working, I'm like on YouTube all the time, like watching videos in the background while I'm like doing art, or I'm applying to jobs, or um, I lost my train of thought, or while I play Roblox. I started playing Roblox with my ex-girlfriend, and um, it was like fun, and then I started playing it again by myself because I was like, do I want to have this app on my phone anymore? And the answer is yes. I really enjoy playing it. So probably those two. Um, Stop clicking out of it, you dumb whore. How many children do you want to have? none and maybe one. Realistically, I don't think I'll ever have kids. Um, how do I want to word that? Um, I feel like in my family history, it's this long, long cycle of hated how they were treated as children and wanting to do better, and then doing slightly better, but still not being a good parent. And don't get me wrong, like, I love my mom. That's it. And, um, I know that she definitely tried and things like that, but I just think that what I've been through as a child, like, I definitely know I think I could be a good parent, but I think I'd have to do a lot of therapy and a lot of work. And I don't think I'd want to have a kid unless I was incredibly financially stable. And I mean financially stable, like I can afford any emergency, um, like over and over again, like lots of money. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to have access to that money. So I just feel like realistically, with like what I would want, like the bare minimum for my kid, I wouldn't ever have. And also, because I'm a trans man, having children in general is kind of rough. Um, I'm bisexual, so I could marry a man. I probably won't, but I could. Um, or I mean, you don't have to be married to have kids, obviously. I could have a kid with a man, or I could have a kid with a woman. Um, but it just kind of depends on how you go about that. I don't think I ever would ever get pregnant. I don't think I could handle that. I know that there are trans men that do get pregnant and have babies. Kudos to them, and kudos to women in general who have babies. Like, that's insane to me that you carry a child and just give birth and it's all good. Like, that is so impressive and awesome and terrifying to me. Um, I'm not interested in that, and I don't think I could handle pregnancy very well. I think that would make me feel really bad about myself, and I wouldn't be able to handle it. So no thanks. But um, if I was very financially stable and I could go do a lot of therapy, and my wife or my husband or future partner would want to have kids and also did that therapy with me, then yeah, maybe I'd have like one kid. Because I really love the idea of having kids, but I don't want to be a bad dad. Um, I do daydream about having like a little kid sometimes, and I like that thought, and I like the thought of me being a really awesome, fun dad, but um, that's not what being a parent is all the time, is not being fun. You're parenting a child forever, basically, till you die, or they unfortunately die, which you hope is not the case. But anyways, so probably not. So I think the question is if I wanted any. Um, I would want one, maybe two, if my partner really pushed for it. But because yeah, it's a want thing. Definitely one, but I don't think it ever will happen. um, what's your favorite type of ASMR video to listen to versus what's your favorite ASMR video to film? That's a really good question. Um, I go through phases of what ASMR videos I really like, but some of my favorite ones, I get tingles no matter what, and I do not get tingles easily. That's why I was so confused with ASMR when I first found out about it. Um, it's like checkout roleplay videos. And I'm not talking any checkout roleplays. Like, they have to be lo-fi, and I don't like the ones that like you're seeing people face to face. Really, I like the ones that like you're looking down on people's hands and they're checking you out and they're showing you the items. Um, ASMR Planet does them really, really good. I wouldn't say they're incredibly lo-fi, but they're still good. Um, Scottish ASMR Blueberries. It's I don't know her channel name exactly. She does them phenomenally. I love her channel. Um, so those are probably my favorite ASMR videos to listen to, um, because the triggers are really good and I like the visual of that. Um, And my favorite ASMR video to film, I love me a good makeup ASMR video. I mean, I film those constantly. And I think I like them so much because it's like my free version of therapy, because I cannot afford therapy, unfortunately. But I love that, and it's also videos that I know other people like too. They like, I get that comment all the time, like, I love makeup videos and I love listening to you just talk. And when I was younger, like, I would literally be like, be quiet, like, stop talking, because I talk a lot, you guys. Like, I don't stop talking. That's why my videos are like this. Like, I just talk and I get off on tangents. And I don't know. It's hard for me to hold conversations because I can never like tell when to kind of stop, when to let other people speak. It makes me feel bad. That's why I really like my YouTube videos, is because it's just me. You know. So definitely like my makeup videos. I really love filming those. I like playing with makeup. And it helps me get stuff off my chest and rant and feel better about things. So I really do enjoy filming those. Um, Even sometimes when the makeup doesn't turn out very good. What's the most trouble you've ever been in? Um, I was not, I was like a really good kid, and then I was a really awful child, and then I was like, okay, for like, till now. Um, I did a lot of awful things, like as a middle schooler. I don't know if I want to like get into it. Okay, how do I get about this? Basically, I got caught with a girlfriend, very scandalous. I know, in middle school. My mom and my dad found out. My mom, she didn't give a shit. My dad was not happy at all. I've talked about this very briefly on my channel, but I did go to conversion therapy. I don't really like calling it therapy because it's not therapy. It is, I don't, it's something. And that was the reason why is because my dad found out that I was dating a girl. Um, but that wasn't like the end of it. So he found out, he went ballistic. Like, that man is scary. He's a military man. That's what my dad was like. Um, and I'm saying this, I don't hate my dad. My dad despises me and always has. Um, and it's taken me a really long time to realize that that's not my fault. I didn't really do anything wrong, because why does a grown ass adult have an issue with a child that he helped create? That makes no sense. Like, you should not be having beef with a kid. End of discussion. But anyways, so he's really mad at that. And so I got like my phone taken away. I was grounded. He tried to say I couldn't do track anymore because I was in track in like middle school. And now looking at me, you would think I didn't run. I did throw. That's so embarrassing. Anyways, so he tried to get me to quit because, like, that's how mad he was. My mom got him to let me stay in track, and then the girlfriend that I had, that I was supposed to be breaking up with, she bought me a phone, like a phone, to like hide and talk to her too. And I got caught, and I got my ass beat a lot, like a lot. Not only by my dad, but my mom. And my mom was pissed at me. They made me go to therapy. And then when the therapist told them like that they need to work on their stuff, not just me, they pulled me out of therapy. And then there was other stuff going on at the same time that I'm not telling you guys about, but this was like the main issue, to be honest with you. But anyways, I was literally not allowed to watch TV. I wasn't allowed to be on a computer. Like, So like, and we had school computers. I literally was not allowed to use them. Literally wasn't allowed to use them. I didn't have a phone my entire 8th grade year of middle school, which is like really junior high, but like middle school. And then my entire freshman year of high school, I had no phone, any means of communication. And I had to like bum other people's phones. It was embarrassing. I hated it the entire time. But that's probably the biggest amount of trouble I've ever gone into, was because I basically had like a middle school girlfriend. So, and like we were talking on the phone, because like the content of the conversations really weren't even that bad. Like it wasn't anything crazy. But again, there was other stuff going, like family stuff going on. So, all right. I think this is the last question, which is, what advice would you give your younger self and why? That's a really good question. Hmm. I don't know. I don't really know what advice I'd give my younger self. Okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't want anything to change about the past, because I know if stuff changed like within the past, I wouldn't be this exact person to like who I am. I'm a very like firm believer in like the butterfly effect. Like if something happens, like you change something in the past, like that's gonna have a different outcome basically. And like every decision you make has an outcome, like a different path possibly. So I probably just give more of like an encouragement. Um, because younger me did not deserve so much stuff that happened. And I wish that, I think that like seeing me now, seeing what I'm doing, um, and things like that, that in general would just be such a pick me up, I think, for younger me. Um, it's so weird. Like, I fully identify as a man and I see myself as a man. But when I think of like little young me, it's just like it's a little girl. And I'm trying to like refrain from saying her. But like, that's just genuinely how like I view it. Because I was a girl then, you know, I didn't think of myself anything other than as a girl then. And some people think that's weird, but like that's just how I see it. But I don't know. I think that just kind of explaining that like I'm doing things that make me happy, and it's not for what other people think I should be doing, I would be ecstatic knowing that I finally, am able to just do whatever the fuck I want to do. And not all the time, even as an adult, you still got to do stuff that is mandated and things like that, but knowing that I made it, got out of a lot of the stuff that I was going through, that I lived through it, and seeing that I'm older, I aged, you know what I mean? I was I was so convinced at a young age I was not gonna make it to 18, and here I am, almost a 20-year-old, which doesn't feel even slightest bit like real. So I don't know. I think literally just like seeing myself and saying like you got it. That's like more than enough for younger me. But yeah, that's all the questions you guys left. So I hope that you guys got to know me a little bit better. I'll go ahead and say some like things that I normally tell people like pretty right off the bat when they meet me. Um, my favorite color is green. You guys know that I'm like super into crystals and things like that. I'm wearing my. I have two guinea pigs. One is Mark, and the other is Gus. We named Gus because like Gus like from Cinderella, and also because Gus from the TV show Psych. We love Psych in this household. And then we named Mark, full name DeMarcus, but we just call him Mark, because of the video. Like, go to Marcus, go to Marcus. My stepbrother had just seen that for the first time, so really he named him named him DeMarcus, because he just kind of like seen that video for the first time, and so I was like, okay, you can name him that, I guess. Um, let's see. I'm 19. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm turning 20. I'm getting top surgery in 4 days. I have been on testosterone for over a year. My favorite crystal is probably clear quartz. I know that's such a dumb answer, but I love quartz. It's so gorgeous to me. I have an awful sense of humor. I truly do. And I am single. So, hey. So, if you want to hit me up, I'm just kidding. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it relaxing. Thank you guys for all the questions. And again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers and counting. Like, that is literally insane. I just made this for fun and was hoping I didn't get made fun of for having this channel at school. And now I'm like at high school and I really couldn't care less. But yeah, I really appreciate it, and I love like the community of people that just literally come and watch my videos and enjoy it and leave nothing but positive stuff for me. Like, I thank you. Like, I really cannot say like how much that means to me. And I'm really so glad that I do have this community, because not only is it just like each and every one of you are wonderful, but like it's not only that, but like I'm connecting with other ASM artists and things, like people I probably would have never found, and I get to watch. You guys are so talented, genuinely, and I love watching your guys' videos. I do. Like, if you comment, I check out your channel, and I like will watch what you got out, and I most of the time subscribe, because I love interacting with y'all. Like, I really do. It's really fun. So again, thank you. And I hope that even though I'm not like crazy whispering and stuff, that you found this to be relaxing. I didn't want to use just my regular iPhone mic. I like this mic. I like the sound it gives. So apologize if it's like weird sounding at all. I don't know how I sound in this video, to be honest. It's 12:36 in the morning right now. And I realized that I needed to get ahead on filming my pre-recorded videos before surgery, so I figured I'd jump on here. And that's why I look like crap and decided to film. But again, I just thank you, y'all. Like, I was like out and about with my little cousin, and we were in the Starbucks drive-through line when I got like an email alert from YouTube that I had hit 1,000 subscribers. So then I clicked on my YouTube Studio app on my phone, and I was like already at like 1,003, and I was just like shaking, crying, and pissing and shitting in a Starbucks drive-through. And so we ordered pizza that night to like celebrate. So thank you guys so much, and it means a lot to me. It really does. And I hope that you found this video relaxing and somewhat maybe entertaining. And thank you for your questions and for watching this video and watching my other videos. Like, that is so crazy that people want to spend their time watching my content, and I really appreciate that. So, like always, I hope that you sleep well. So, good night.